I love it when the plan comes together. Happy Wednesday to you all. Trust you are having a fantastic and productive week. Welcome back to another information-packed episode on Ready, Set, Real Estate. I'm your host, Lisa Gillette. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm now saying I'm an entrepreneur because there's a whole list of things that I do. But first and foremost, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm all these wonderful things that I'm enjoying right now. And I am an active licensed California real estate broker. Active meaning I'm in the field, 10 toes to the ground. In fact, I actually walked one of our properties today. We're doing a probate or prepping a probate to hit the market in now less than 2 weeks. So we were doing the clean out, working alongside Omnis Property Solutions. And I am really excited to see the progress of this in a beautiful, beautiful area of View Heights in Southern California. All right, so let's do announcements. Any announcements coming up? So in the next couple, let's say we started February, so we'll have a class. Yes, we'll do a class once a month. And what else? Class once a month and tons of stuff. Giveaways. We're still doing giveaways. Listen, if you're paying attention, you get one of these, your very own 16-ounce Ready Set Real Estate cup. So yeah, Ready Set Real Estate cup. May get the merch. Gotta get the merch, right? I do want to share that today's show is sponsored by our very own Real Estate 100. Real Estate 100 Teen and Millennial Investment Blueprint. So thank you. Today's episode is sponsored by that. And what else? I think that's it. I'm really excited about today's show segment because there is a lot of this talk out here about cryptocurrency. And so today's episode, we'll talk about, can you buy a house with crypto? The answer is no. What? Wait. Hold. Wait. You mean no? The answer is no. And we will dive into that a little bit more today on today's show. So I'm excited about this because, I've been in the space and being in real estate. So there's different avenues of, what we can do in the real estate industry, especially as it relates to mortgaging a property, when we really truly understand what that means. Also, if you are new to the show, say hi, say hello. What we do here, price of admission, is we press 1. Lets me know you're here. Press 2. Lets me know you shared it. Sharing is caring. Let's continue to share and empower other people in our communities, okay? Create our own real estate community here. As you can tell, right? We're over 100 episodes in. Hello. So what I will do, because what we are doing today is we are going to talk about. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about, can a buyer use cryptocurrency as a down payment or reserves or claim crypto as assets? Can they? Yes? No? Well, I've given you the answer already, and I said no. So we'll dive in much deeper to find out, well, why not? Why can't I? But so-and-so bought their house using cryptocurrency. All these people moving to Puerto Rico, bought their house using Bitcoin and Ethereum and all this fancy other stuff. What do you mean I can't, I can't use crypto? Excuse me? Hello? Well, let's first delve into some definitions as who is saying that, to whom does this apply, and who is setting the rules, laying down the guidelines, right? Before I do that, let's go ahead and double check sound. I want to do that first. All right. That's what I thought. Let's do this real quick. Okay, this should be much better. Sound check, sound check, sound check. How are we doing? Press 1 lets me know you're here. Press 2 lets me know you shared it. Say hi, say hello, drop a comment down below. My name is Lisa Gillette. Totally, the audio is just like shot right now. But we will be talking about on episode 148, can you buy a house with crypto? The answer is no. The answer is no. But wait, hold the phone. What do you mean? People are moving to Puerto Rico and they're buying their properties, with Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto. What are you talking about? I've been lied to. No, it matters. It matters to whom we are speaking of and who is laying down the rules of the law. Hello. Greetings, sincere. Welcome. Glad for you to chime on. So with that being said, for those of you who are new to the show, by the way, my name is Lisa Gillette. I'm an active licensed California real estate broker. I'm an professional agent trainer. Yes, I train agents. I teach, I consult, I do all kinds of fun stuff. An author, an award-winning author. I've got an accolades of awards and fun stuff. So if you're like wondering, who is this gal? Look up your girl, check her out, Lisa Gillette, super agent. All right. I did say that today's show is sponsored by Real Estate 100, the teen and millennial investment blueprint. So be sure to check that out. All right, let's jump into this conversation today, this discussion, and we'll only go for about 20, 25 minutes, depending on how many questions, how much love we get, and all that fun stuff. But my attempt is to keep this short and simple because, when I jump on here, I jump on and I go all in. It's one of those things. I just jump in. Okay, let's talk about it. So, can a buyer use cryptocurrency as down payment or reserves or claim crypto as assets? The answer is no, and we'll talk about that specifically, each one. Let's go into it. So let me get rid of this one here. Hide that. There we go. All right. The answer is no. Who is saying this? Who is putting down the rules? Well, your government-sponsored enterprises like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VA, and FHA. By the way, full disclaimer, Lisa is not a mortgage broker, nor do I work with a direct lender. I might one day. Today's not the day. If you have a specific scenario and you have questions, you can reach out to your lender professionals in your respective states. I'm in California. So I don't know the rules that apply to every state. Real estate tends to be generic, right? There's some generic rules or general rules across the board. But as it relates to your specific scenario, please consult your professionals, right? Your tax advisors, your legal team, especially as we're talking about cryptocurrency and as it relates to your accounting, debt to income, assets, purchasing, cashing out. All those will have tax implications. So here, not advice. I'm just sharing you what the guidelines are given by the GSEs, the government-sponsored enterprise. We're good? We're good. Drop a yes in the comment below. Wonderful. Lets me know that we are in agreement to say that this is purely informational and educational. All right. So the answer is, because you've been saying, well, wait a minute, so-and-so bought their home, and people are saying, these states are conducting smart contracts and purchasing with real property, purchasing real property with Bitcoin. What do you mean? Thank you, Defied. Thank you for that. Welcome. What do you mean? Well, hello. You can't purchase your home in seeking a mortgage, a collateral. You can't say to me, well, I've done well in crypto and now I'm a first-time home buyer and I want to apply for this because my Bitcoin account shows that I've got all this money. I'm doing very well. Well, I will say this. The GSEs, Freddie Mac has released a publication to be very clear on how we should navigate. What should we do about people and their crypto coin and their crypto assets. How do we deal with this, right? Well, I will say this. They don't like the volatility. Don't like the volatility. What does that mean? They've released a publication that says, and I quote, to address uncertainty regarding the treatment of cryptocurrency in mortgage underwriting. What are we talking about? What are we speaking of? Mortgage underwriting. It says the bulletin explicitly addresses requirements related to cryptocurrency's use in the mortgage qualification process. Are we clear now, right? See, you probably wanted to fight me when I said you couldn't buy a real property with cryptocurrency. You probably were going to have a fit with me. But no, that's not the case. That is not the case. The case is as it relates to mortgages, because there's all this talks about cryptocurrency, right, and doing well. So the question is, can I do well and then go apply for a mortgage? The answer is not now. No, not now. There are some things that have to happen for it to be considered. And overall, when we're done with this, you'll probably be upset that the answer is it's a lose-lose situation for those who are seeking to leverage their cryptocurrency to buy real property. So let's talk about this. It says cryptocurrency cannot be used to what? Qualify for the mortgage. Cannot use cryptocurrency to qualify for the mortgage. In other words, keep your bitcoins. Keep your bitcoins. You're not going to be able to put that on a loan application. Why? Because there's some guidelines stipulating the volatility, how that works. And in other words, they want to see it in US dollars, fiat. It cannot be used for the calculation of assets. So you cannot come to me and show me your bank statement or your crypto account statement and say, this is how much money I have, and this will tip over the scale in my favor as it relates to my assets versus my debts, or assets versus liabilities. When we talk about Form 1003, drop that in the comments below. 1003, right? Form 1003. What is that? That is the uniform. Oh, you didn't. You know you were gonna learn here. Uniform residential loan application. The uniform residential loan application. 1003. And we talk about this in our youth classes, and I show them this actual application, and this application has information about your name, your work history, and then there's this section called income and this section called debts. Then there's a section called assets and this section called liabilities. So far, the rule of thumb here is that you will not be using this to calculate your assets or qualify for a mortgage during the underwriting. All right, so cryptocurrency and underwriting, let's talk about that. What assets, when assets are invested in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, or U.S. government securities, retirement accounts, or other securities are needed for closing, it has to what? There has to be evidence of liquidation, meaning you can access the funds. You can access the funds, right? So what happens with cryptocurrency? It's got to be exchanged for US dollars if it will be factored in as a source of funds for qualifying for the repayment of the mortgage. Why is that significant here? I would love it if I had my crypto folks in here. Why is that significant? Well, easy, real easy. For starters, crypto, as we know, is very volatile. Today you say to me, we've got look at all this crypto. Look at the value. I'll use the proper term. Look at the value of my crypto account today. We go through the mortgage process, and then guess what? Tomorrow, within 72 hours, as you're looking to get your pre-approval, What's the value? And it's changed dramatically. It's changed upward or downward. So this is why they want evidence of liquidation, and it's got to be exchanged for US dollars for it to be considered. Let's do some borrower's math. Let's talk about the borrower's reserves and assets. And this, you may not like this, because you'll say after we talk about it, well, it's unfair. I don't like these rules. Well, you'll know the answer to what you can do about it then shortly. So the income paid to a borrower. So for those of you who are investing in cryptocurrency, thinking about it, you have your accounts, guess what? You cannot use that to qualify for the mortgage. So if you are receiving income paid to you, for those of you who are very prideful in saying, and I noticed that, and kudos to you, shout out to those of you who are receiving income in cryptocurrency, guess what? You will not be able to use that to qualify for a mortgage. And you may say to me, I don't need to. I'm balling out with so much money. I could buy something cash. Great, because we'll talk about that shortly. Then there's the borrower reserves and sufficiency test, right? So that means if you have income such as interest income, dividend income, and for whatever reason someone has assigned you as a beneficiary to a retirement account, you're receiving a distribution from a retirement account, or a trust income dividend, or interest income, and these are coming in the form of cryptocurrency, those assets will not be able to be used or calculated for this, right? To show that you have reserves, or to show that you've got this income to sustain paying back a mortgage. You will not be able to use that income if it's in the form of cryptocurrency. And then the monthly payments on debt secured by crypto. Now, imagine this. Wait for this. So you couldn't calculate the income that you're receiving from crypto. You can't calculate the value of the cryptocurrency as an asset, but then if you have debt secured against that crypto and it's showing on your credit report, the borrower's debt has to be factored in to their debt to income ratio. So in other words, if it's listed on your credit report and it's secured by a crypto account, then that debt has to be calculated in your DTI, your debt to income ratio. Completely unfair, I agree. Because you only have, you've got income, you've got assets, and you can show, right, that it's tangible to the underwriting once it's converted and exchanged to US dollars. But what is interesting is that they will factor in the debt paid against you, or that you're paying against that account. So scales are completely uneven here, completely uneven. So you may say, wait, how come people are using crypto to buy real property? Well, the answer is they are not financing it. What we're talking about are the GSEs setting the rules of, if you say to us as real estate industry professionals, albeit a real estate broker, a mortgage broker, a direct lender, loan consultant, you come and you say, well, I've got cryptocurrency, right? I've got this asset. My account is performing very well today. Well, there are going to be some added steps for you to exchange that into US dollars for it to be considered in order to qualify for a mortgage. And this is so important, because keep that in mind when you are all deciding to receive payments, your income in cryptocurrency. And if the bigger picture is to purchase property, which is fine, you may not be tapping into the FHA insured loan where you're putting 3.5% down. You and the seller or the buyer, use a buyer who has cryptocurrency, can agree to exchange the title or smart contract for the cryptocurrency. That's what's happening. That's what people are doing. They're able to transact that way. It's all agreeable. And there are platforms that are used to do those exchanges. Or, right, they're exchanging crypto to fiat US dollars to purchase cash. Those are the ways that people are able to purchase real property. But for those of you who are still on the fence and you're learning and you're growing your cryptocurrency accounts, I want you to be very mindful that there are some guidelines set forth before you can even consider using, right here, before you can consider using cryptocurrency to qualify for a mortgage. It's not woohoo, we're balling out, my account is growing, and then I can go have a consultation with a mortgage professional and talk about the valuation of my crypto assets to qualify, right? Because I just needed the down payment. 3.5% down with an FHA insured loan, 0% down for a veteran loan. If you do conventional conforming type loans, usually 3% with FICO score. But none of that matters if you are going to then exchange your crypto and purchase cash. And that's totally doable, because one Bitcoin is worth today how much? I haven't been keeping track, but I believe it's been at the 50,000 mark, right? Fluctuating up and down. And don't quote me on that because I didn't check it today. But the point of that is it's a lot of money that gives you the opportunity to purchase cash. But if you're combining crypto with mortgage financing, that's a different ball game. All right. Any questions, comments, feedbacks? Because I'm going to wrap this up. This is short and sweet today. Had a little issue with our soundbite. If none, I'll give you a moment to think about and marinate that, and want to make sure we share with you that today's segment was sponsored by Real Estate 100, the Teen and Millennial Investment Blueprint. We'll be right back after the show break. Awesome. All right. With that being said, listen, say hi, say hello to all those who are tuning in on our radio podcasts everywhere. I have mentioned this before, that Spotify is now allowing video, and I love it. So shout out to Spotify. And if you haven't subscribed to our show yet, be sure to do so now at Ready, Set, Real Estate. I'm your girl, Lisa Gillette, LA Super Agent, at all social media platforms. LA Super Agent. Check us out. I'll see you next week for another information-packed episode on Ready, Set, Real Estate. Bye.